All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Yakuza 2. Continuing with the Pachi slots. We're like, what are we at? Like 60? Was it 6,100? I think it's 6,100. I want to say that's what we were sitting at last time. It is a great intro song. They typically do have great intro songs. Even what's it? Even like the Yakuza 0. Well, I guess they've now done updated versions that have removed these songs as I'm saying it. But the songs they had to change like for localization purposes for the intros, even those were good. I don't even remember if Yakuza Zeros came from the game. Oh. Hold on. It is about 61. I was right. Was like the last one to do what? Oh, sorry. Because like, what's it? Yakuza 3 famously doesn't use Fly as its intro song in Japan. They just swapped it out for the Western version because the Japanese one was licensed and they only bought a license for within Japan. And there's a lot of those. Have an intro thing? Is it really? Ever see the Yakuza 4? Yeah, I watched all of them like when I played the games for the first time. But I don't remember Yakuza 4's particularly. Off to a good start. Great start. I don't know what I was expecting, but cherries. Maybe if I just sit here. Off-screen jackpot hurts every time. They shouldn't even show me that little line up at the very top. I don't even want to see it. When there's a jackpot up there, I just don't want to know. Called Butterfly City or something? I don't remember that one. But granted, I played Yakuza 4 like a year ago, almost. Or was it? No, I think it was like a year ago. December-ish sounds right. I was gonna say, I thought Kiwami had an intro. That's basically just Yakuza 1's remade. Shit, dude. Come on. I need something big. Get it started. Please. Maybe. Free replay again? I wish I got a funny number. I wish right now that we had a funny number. How do you not go insane from these? Who said I didn't? It's not gonna be a cherry, is it? There's a cherry on the board right now. Please don't. Don't do it to me. Oh god. It passed the first one, so I didn't think I was going to get one. Damn it, man. I don't know what I did to be cursed with these cherries. God, they're everywhere. Why so many cherries? Stop. Even a line of cherries is not good. It's like 6 medals. I don't know why they're so rare. Until they're not. I don't want more cherries, Magic Genie. Please let me go. It's a start. He gave me hope, man. God damn it. Maybe I need the jazz. Okay, I might need the jazz. At this rate. Hold on. I'll go with the classic mix. The one that I typically go with. But then I don't know what volume we're gonna want it at. That sounds too quiet. But it's also just starting. That ad had fucking Tool playing. Oh, what is it? I saw that ad recently too. There's some new game ad that has Tool in it. Is it like... Don't tell me it's Fortnite. Warlock something? Yeah, I don't remember. I saw it too on Twitch lately. Is that a good volume? It's supposed to be background music. Before everyone's like, the machine is louder. It's supposed to be background. Oh, it wasn't that I saw it on Twitch. It was revealed at the Game Awards. That's right. Bro. I'm still kind of not over, and some people are saying that we're being too hard on this game. I don't think we are. That new, like, multiplayer shooter that they revealed as, like, the very final reveal from the Game Awards. And Jeff did all this, like, talking it up. He's like, this has industry veterans from Titanfall and Apex Legends who split off to make their new passion project. And then it was like fantasy characters riding on horseback, but firing like assault rifles at each other, but then also whipping out like axes and shit for melee, like magic axes. And it looks like it's like a 6v6, like one life mode kind of shooter. And I was just sitting there like, whoa. This was like the big last thing from like Titanfall 2 veterans. This can't be right. I'm getting trolled, and then I wasn't. I was not being trolled. That was actually the game. New Wizards of the Coast game? I really don't remember. I just remember hearing Tool while I had the Game Awards on in the background and being like, oh, Tool. Come on, Aladdin. Replay. You mean Tool? I like Tool. But, like, no one ever uses them in trailers and stuff. And even if someone did, I would expect it to be, like, Call of Duty. Not whatever that was. Yeah, it's called Warlock. Yeah, not Warlock. Because, you know, COD does, like, rock and metal songs that they do, like, their crazy remixes of and, like, sync the gun sounds up with the song and stuff for their trailers always. I would expect it more from, like, COD in that sense. Oh my god. Aladdin. Not the replay. Or Warlock game. Is this too vague? Yeah. It pulled up some old-ass game. A side-scrolling action video game from the mid-90s. Warlock? What does that say under it? Oh, it is Warlock Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, here we go. Now I got it. Sometimes their songs just drag on too long. Am I crazy for saying that I like long songs if it's from a band like Tool or like Avenged Sevenfold also just has really long songs, but I feel like those bands always just do so much shit in their songs. Like, it keeps it interesting throughout the song, even though it's long as fuck, and you're like, wow, this song's been going on for a long time. Like, Avenged Sevenfold has some songs that are, like, 14 minutes, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, but they're good the whole way through. Felt repetitive. I think more of Avenged Sevenfold when I think of like long ass songs that are actually like good enough and change up enough that they can go on for more than 10 minutes. But Tool as well. Avenged Sevenfold just is at an advantage because they have Sinister Gates. So that helps a lot. You can just throw like a 3-minute guitar solo in there from Gates and like, it's perfect. That's all I want. I could have 10 minutes of that. Okay. Come on. Magic Genie, work with me. I need a big win. Come on. Come on. Oh no. It's back. Didn't even give me a replay. Oh, that... Yeah, here we go. We aren't getting this until 2030 earliest. The 2030 got debunked by the director of the game himself. That was just Jason Schreier doing what he does more often than I would like and speculating in his articles. Rose never pops up. Please don't give me a 3. He also directed Hudson. Or, he also directed Anthem. I was going to say, that's not fair to Hudson. Because Anthem notoriously was EA's meddling that led to all that. Oh, come on. Very well made. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I appreciate it. Sorry. So focused on my pachinko machine. Speaking of Metal Gear. I'll bask in your optimism. that was Casey Hudson's one thing, and with all that we know about what happened behind the scenes, that was genuinely EA just doing what EA does, if we're being real. Don't be a 3. Don't do this to me. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I still need to figure out why it's not showing up in chat anymore. Can't see it, damn it. Okay, Magic Genie. Surely not a 3, right? Right? You know, at least they're being quick about it. I appreciate that. This time it can't be a 3. Just could not be. Don't stop. Okay, okay, it went past it. Oh. Yep, we're back. Yeah, we're back. You consider bumping the game speed up? No. Oh my god. He just popped out a raw 3, dude. He just popped out, just like straight out of the ground. Boom, 3. I have considered loosening the criteria only because this has gone on for such a ridiculous amount of time. And by the criteria, I mean like the checkpoint criteria. People last time were saying a checkpoint after every jackpot, which I don't think sounds too unreasonable, at least at the rate that we're getting them now. Holy shit. Would you rather play baseball or golf again? I would definitely rather play golf again, like even if it is the alien course. Baseball, I would rather play if it was anything other than the alien course. I would rather do baseball than this. Bullshit, not bullshit. The golf was really, like, the golf was a bad first mini game to start on, I guess is the way I'm trying to put it. But, like, compared to baseball, not as bad. We actually had to save state to get through baseball because otherwise it just wasn't happening. We had to implement a checkpoint system for it to even get it done. Golf, we did legit, because golf was very doable legit. This is literally just RNG. Like, I'm just at the mercy of this machine. However long we are here for, the machine decides. I can't influence the machine. Like, we're stuck until it lets me go. Even Alien Course Baseball, even that, I can technically just do better and get past it. Right? Like, even that was a jackpot. And we're up, like, 10 medals from where we started. Okay? Let it be known. I'm gonna just stick on the same state at save state. Let it be known. We gained like 10 medals from that 3 hell and getting the jackpot. It's a good day. We're up, chat. New checkpoint, we're up. Toast to that. 10K, here we come. At this rate, we'll be there in no time. Fuck you, Aladdin. The sun getting too bright? Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look great. It's impossible to try to have any natural lighting in my setup during the winter. We have too much snow for this. Any difference in which you stop first? Yes. The way that the machine works is that as soon as you start the roll, like here, it has already predetermined the result for like any order of button presses, and there's no actual timing like when you stop it to get a different result. It's predetermined based on the order that you press the buttons in, is the way that these machines work. So like, if you push 1, 2, 3, you'll get a different outcome than if you push 3, 2, 1. But, I mean, you could sit here like trying to guess the right one every spin. But then if you change it up, you're just kind of fucking with your probability even more. So weirdly, unless you just get super lucky, especially over the course of, you know, 2,000 spins or so, you're kind of better off just picking an order and sticking to it. Macro with fast forward for a peso? No. Because then the, what's it? When you get the events that give you guaranteed wins, they highlight the order of the button press that is the winning order for that spin. So, like, it will tell me, you know, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, whatever. Like, whenever we get an event like that. So even a macro, you weirdly end up screwing yourself by using one, because then you don't actually get your jackpots. And the jackpots are where you actually make the money. Outside of jackpots and Aladdin chances and stuff, you kind of just bleed medals. Unless, again, you get super lucky. But the bet per spin is 3. And a normal win only gives you 6 medals back. So you do genuinely just rely on, like, mini games and stuff to actually win. Any of the normal wins just feel like stalling more than anything. Man, my luck is so fucked. My luck is so awful. Still would have taken less time than this. It would have. But the suffering is part of the experience, chat. And you know that once we're past this, there's going to be a sudden rise in everyone being like, you know, I miss the pachinko streams. Just like there was for golf and baseball before it. As soon as it's over, people will be like, you know, I kind of miss it. Maybe we should go play pachinko again. Happens every time. You guys just wait. I mean, it will be better than this. But you guys just wait until, like, we're doing Dead Souls 100%. And my 100%, like, thing that I have to do that day is just go roam the quarantine zone and get, like, 10,000 zombie kills. Just to check off the box. Some shit like that. You just wait. Yakuza 5 handshake events. I do at least, like, even with this, I appreciate how varied Yakuza 2's 100% is. Like, between the story stuff and the sub-stories and playing golf, playing baseball, gambling. We're going to be playing Mahjong soon. You guys just wait until we start fucking it up at the Mahjong parlor. Learning how to play Mahjong through Yakuza 2. I mean, I kind of know. I have a solid understanding of Mahjong, just not enough to play, like, high ranks in the Yakuza games, so I'm gonna have to get better at it to actually get through Yakuza 2's Mahjong, even. And then that should carry over to later games. Same with Shogi. Like, I'm gonna have to learn it here in Yakuza 2. Like, properly learn it. But then once I've learned how to play Shogi, for the whole rest of this series, I will know how to play Shogi, and it shouldn't be bad at all. Rather exploration in RDR1 than a pure checklist. Hey, Red Dead 100%s are so good. Don't you even start. Those are good-ass 100%s, too. You gonna use cheat items in the games with them? I guess we'll see when I get there. Because, like, at that point, I'm gonna probably be pretty good at those games anyway. Because you guys said it starts with, like... When did you guys say the Shogi cheat items become a thing? Wasn't it, like, the Dragon Engine games? How many seconds does Jake Paul last against Anthony Joshua? I'm gonna say 30 seconds. Maybe like 45? I would go a little more than 30, but not a lot more. Jake Paul really isn't that bad of a fighter. He makes himself look worse, weirdly, by only fighting, like, those very cherry-picked opponents that he does. Kiwami 2. In Yakuza 5, I was able to get the entire Mahjong requirement with one move using the cheat item. Holy fuck. I mean, yeah, by, like, Yakuza 5, Kiwami era, I'll probably be pretty good at them anyway, so I guess we'll just see. I would probably say, like, I'll play legit at least a bit, knowing myself, but then, depending on the requirements or how hard things might be, I may or may not use them. Oh. Oh. Oh, I thought we were about to get an Aladdin chance. That was weird. I was distracted by something on my phone, too. But getting, like, a highlighted spin out of nowhere that gives us replay, I thought that was going to be Aladdin chance. Unfortunately not. Did you ever do Elden Ring 100%? I've never done any Souls game 100% like that, where you get, like, every single item, like, upgraded and everything. I've never done that, no. Because Souls games, like, if I'm gonna sink a lot of time into them, I would rather do, like, full from-scratch playthroughs of different builds, or maybe... Like, in the case of the older Souls games, where New Game Plus is actually a really different experience, like, especially Demon Souls, where they take things from, like, a 3 out of 10 to, like, a fucking 27 out of 10 as soon as you go from New Game to New Game Plus. I would rather do stuff like that than, just try to farm up, like, every item and upgrade and all that. Although someday I might be crazy enough. I do like the Souls games. Especially the older ones. Am I weird that, like, I genuinely, still to this day, my two favorite Souls games are Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. I feel like Dark Souls 1 you hear more people say, but, like, Demon Souls is right there for me. What exactly are we doing here? Yakuza 2 100%. the minigame requirements are ridiculous. The slot machine one is that you have to gain 10,000 medals at a slot machine in one sitting. So we started from 0. I have to get up to 10,000 without standing up from the machine to get this requirement checked off. Oh, come on, man. No. It hung on the 7 for a second. I thought we got a big jackpot. Oh. Because they're favorites for different reasons. Yeah, for me, especially with Demon Souls, it's the replay value. Like, if you just play it one time, it's not the best one. But, like, Demon Souls is the easiest Souls game to be like, I'm just gonna start up a fresh playthrough and, like, blast the whole thing in 15, 20 hours with a different build that I've never tried before. And, like, the progression feels a lot better than something like Elden Ring because of that, too. Because you get, like, that full, you know, level 1 to level 160, whatever it is. I'm normally about level 160 when I finish Elden Ring. Progression. But in Demon Souls, you get that whole progression over the course of, like, 15-ish hours instead of, like, 100. So it feels so much nicer to go back to Demon Souls and replay it in that way. And then also, like, New Game Plus in Demon Souls is still the hardest it's ever been in a Souls game. Like, they never made it that hard ever again. So, like, New Game Plus is actually fun because it's really challenging. Level 340? Don't. Okay. Please. Don't give me cherries. Please. Oh, no. 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 Oh. Okay. Okay. That one individually. That one magic genie might be the most, or might have been, I can't even speak. I'm at a loss for words. That was the wildest, like, emotional roller coaster of Pachi slots yet. Just that one genie bottle. Good, good, he says. I mean, it is right there, to be fair. Please. This machine is fucking with me. Like, actually, it is. What is happening? What's going on? How bad is my luck today? John Cena retired, let's cry. False asked me last night, she's like, wait, what's going on with John Cena? Just because everyone's been posting so much about him. And I love that just simply him retiring has generated so much, like, discussion around him that she thought, like, some shit was, like, really going down with John Cena. She thought something was, like, crazy with John Cena. But no, it's literally just that everyone is freaking out because he's retiring. He's like 50. He needed to retire. He did. But still, it was such an icon. Like, you say John Cena, everyone knows John Cena. Convince her wrestling is real. He got the hell beat out of him for real. He did, though. It is real. What are you talking about? Hey, chat. You want to hear some big news? Get this, right? Get this. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Still playing it in my free time. Still having fun. There's a PoE 2 league and a new Diablo season right now. I've barely touched PoE, and I straight up have not touched Diablo's new season yet. Because I'm still just playing BO7. Like, every time I sit down, I'm still sort of like, yeah. Out of those three, zombies it is. I got my zombies diamond camo on my assault rifles this morning, and it's so clean. It's the bloodstone. It's diamond camo, but it's like, it's red. And it's so nice. It's so nice. And chances are, it will pop up in the next curse stream. Because I have it on all the assault rifles. So, it kind of pops up. Call of Duty Skibbity Toilet 7 Harper's Revenge. I'm playing so much of it because outside of the campaign, it's so good. Like, the multiplayer and the zombies are so good this year. So I've been playing so much, like, the pure fun factor of COD is in this game. Just that pure, like, when I sit down and I want to play something that's, like, kind of chill while I'm taking a break, I just want to play that. It's so good. Like, I'm even playing multiplayer. Hell, I played a little Warzone the other day just to spice things up. Because now the Warzone integration happened a few days ago. And I was like, you know what? Feeling a little out there today. I played a little Warzone. The casual mode that has, like, minimal skill-based matchmaking and a bunch of bots populating the lobby to make it easier because actual Warzone just is not fun. Like, sweating my balls off in Warzone is not fun. But I just chilled out with, like, a YouTube video on, ran around the Warzone map and shot some stuff for a bit. It was a good time. It's such a chill game. And even the multiplayer is so much more chill because they turned down the skill-based. Like, a lot. It's still kind of there. Like, I do have my latency enabled in the corner, so I can see when it's kicking in. But, like, my ideal connection, like, when I play solo zombies matches, right? Or, like, campaign endgame, I get, like, 14, 15 milliseconds of ping to the server. So that is, like, my normal connection. If skill-based isn't, I guess, structuring my experience. And the worst that I've seen on multiplayer, like, the hardest that it's swung after I've done really well for a few games in a row, I've gotten into lobbies where I have, like, 30 millisecond ping. Like, 29, 30-ish. Whereas, like, Black Ops 6 last year, like, my average multiplayer experience was, like, 80 to 90 milliseconds. Just playing the way I normally do, not really even trying that hard. So, like, it's just so much more nice and chill. I can just enjoy Call of Duty and not sweat my balls off playing it. It's great. So fun. As it should be. But then, like, now all the leaks are coming out. Like, we're getting the initial wave of leaks for next year's COD. Modern Warfare 4. It's Infinity Ward again. Who now we know were the developers who, like, really pushed Activision to crank up the skill base in the first place and move to the new model that they've been using for years. And the initial reports for MW4 are basically like, yeah, the skill base is going to go back because Infinity Ward wants it there. It's not even Activision forcing them. They just genuinely want it that way. Because they're stupid, I guess. And you know that's something... I don't ever say shit like that about developers, but, like, what the fuck? And pretty much like the gameplay in terms of mechanics and pacing and all that is going to be like MW2 2022, just all over again, and without the perk system that made that game even worse. But they're saying like, yeah, basically this is going to be like MW2 2022, which for my people who don't speak Call of Duty is like unanimously agreed to be the worst COD of the Warzone era. But Infinity Ward just genuinely, they want their like really slow, super mega sweaty Call of Duty, and that's just the way they want to make it for some reason. I don't know why. It's like the opposite of what I enjoy. They're taking out Omni movement. They're just not using it. They don't want it. They want like the stiffer, more rigid movement system back. I don't get it. I don't get what their vision is. I really don't. Is the Yakuza Jazz even on? It is, but this song got really quiet. Like suddenly. Plus I'm yapping my ass off. There. I turned it up. You get the America Kiryu skin? I don't think I did. But yeah, the 2030 thing for the Star Wars game is bogus. The game's director had to clarify on Twitter that that is not the case. It's like free DLC. Oh, I played it on RPCS3. I pray it's bogus. He said it's bogus. He said, like, nah, it's coming out before that. So 2029, we're on. Why is your face gone so red? Probably because I'm talking a lot, and also I'm keeping it nice and toasty in my room because it's fucking freezing outside these last few days. Like, we've had, and we, you know, we're used to it being really cold up here, because that's just how our winters are. But, what's it? We've had cold advisories these last few days, because it's been so cold that, like, if you go outside and your skin isn't covered up, then just the air will give you frostbite in, like, less than 10 minutes. It's been that fucking cold. So, I've been keeping it kind of toasty in my room to try to, what's it? Counterbalance that, because I have an outdoor wall. So, what's it? My room gets really cold. My desk is against the outdoor wall, so it gets fucking cold in here when it's cold outside. I've been not running my fan that I normally just have on to, like, keep the air cool. I've been leaving my laptop on, which now that it's on Windows 11 and I didn't run the debloater on it, that thing is just putting out heat on its own. That thing is like a space heater. I'm kind of kidding, but not really. What do you mean? Wait, actually, Mickle bought Expedition 33? This has to be a bit. This doesn't add up. The sun might be too bright. I might have to just close my blinds. It's getting brighter. What if... See, even the auto, it doesn't know. I turned on auto exposure. I'm gonna watch it. I never trust auto exposure.
I'll also give it to you when she's ready to give it to you. Like the dirty slut you are.
Some lover's quarrel going on there. Bro, did you guys see the tweet? So Jeff tweeted just an image of Miss Piggy to like lean into the meme. I talked over that. That one's so short. What's it? He tweeted that image. Did you guys see the person who quote retweeted just Jeff posting the picture of Miss Piggy and said, "I know you had her oinkin." Twitter is too unhinged. I can't. Like, what do you mean? Had her oinkin. Was it you? Who was it? I saw it, like, it had so much interaction. It was crazy. Oh. Apparently Twitch, or Mizkif is leaving Twitch. Anyway, did I save this tweet? I don't think I did. Shit. I sent it to false, I think. So I should be able to grab it from there. Hold on. Did I not send it to false? Let me guess he's gonna go to kick. I'll be real with you, I did not even care to watch the video. Oh, false just pinged it. False found it. Thank you. Yes. I can't see the views like this. Hold on. Can I see that if I... Can't see the views, dog. How did they fuck this website so hard? I googled it, I was right. Yeah, that kind of adds up. He did say villain arc. I can't see the views. I wish I could. Fucking Twitter. You wanted to know the views? Yes. I see everything fine. Mine doesn't have views. When I open it, like, direct from the link, it just doesn't show me them. It has 1,500 bookmarks. Just the tweet saying that he had her oinking. Almost 600K. Crazy. Oh, we're below 6K again? Jesus Christ, man. Okay, well, now we're just getting tiny wins that are pulling us back over. I was about to reset it. I'm like, well, below 6K. But if it wants to give me something big here... Free replay. I kind of feel like something's coming up. But if we bleed too many medals, it won't matter. Do you see how false insulted me earlier? No. Miss Piggy, hot or not? I'm gonna just observe chat's reactions on this one. Check Discord. He's always online. If you ever need something from the mods in Discord, just ping Mickle, she said. He's always online. I did finally figure out how to allow you guys to ping the moderators. When I tell you that I actually, like, do not understand... What's it? I don't understand how to use Discord. I got distracted by a YouTube comment that popped up. I mean it. Like, I don't understand it. My Discord server is held together with, like, strings and tape because I am the admin. And I have no fucking clue what I'm doing with it. And yet, somehow... we actually got, like, the official Discord community thing. Yeah, community server. Somehow they still gave that to me. So, I don't know. She managed to seduce the #1 Kojima simp Jeff Keighley to cheat on him? Somehow you get bot accounts at least once a week? Yeah, I don't know how to, like... prevent them. I was trying to look into ways to do it, but it was kind of a lot, and I thought it was going to be like a quick 5-minute thing. So I was like, okay, I'll come back to this as like a miscellaneous thing later this week. But yeah, we've been getting a lot of them lately. Oh, Marsh. I'm a bot and none of you have noticed. What do you mean? But yeah, I was gonna set up, what's it? Like some way to filter them out, hopefully. At least more than currently. And then run, like, Discord has a built-in, like, prune feature that just straight up will get rid of everyone who's potentially a bot. So I was gonna run that literally just with like a thing. It's like, hey, Discord flagged you. If it's not legit, just join back. You'll be chill. Not even a fake out. I hate this game. I hate this game. Bro, I even like way loosened up our criteria. I was like, yeah, I'll be way more lenient with setting checkpoints and stuff. Just because at this point, this is like stream 6 or 7 of Pachi slots on Yakuza 2. And we're only at like 6K. So we clearly need it if we're gonna get through this in any reasonable amount of time. And even then, we've gone up 10 medals. We've gone up 10 medals, even with the more lenient checkpoints, in nearly an hour. 10 out of 10,000. The goal with the machine, how much does it have to get? You have to go from 0 to 10K in one sitting. Because Yakuza 2 has the most ridiculous minigame requirements I've ever seen. If you stand up from the machine and then sit back down again after, your count sets back to 0. You have to profit 10,000 in one sitting. So you don't have to start from 0. But like if I got up right now and sat back down, we would have to get up to 16,089 medals before we're done. What does your girlfriend think about you gambling for 18 hours straight? I think she's just glad that that I do it in Yakuza. If nothing else. Speaking of gambling, though, it's Monday and I haven't even looked at the market. Not too shabby. Oh, what? The market's down, but I'm up. Good day. I was like, oh, decent day for me. Am I like about on par with the market? Am I trailing it? No, I'm way ahead of it. The market's down today, but I'm solidly green. My legal gambling is going well. Come on, man. I added furry to her Discord roles. What little retaliation. He did too. He actually did. That's good. The fact you said legal implies you have illegal gambling going on as well. No comment. This is why old school gamblers spend every day at the slots. They know the value of hard work. It always pays off. You got your favorite wig for Christmas? MGS3 Foxhound? A Foxhound run? Why you had to specify legal? I mean, in Minnesota, we have a lot of casinos, so I don't even really know why I say legal. I've lost plenty of money to the point where I'm over it. I don't ever need to gamble again. Come on, man. Work with me here. How much? Not that much. Like a couple hundred. Talking a couple, yeah, about a couple hundred probably. Like, not catastrophic, but enough that I was like, yeah, this gambling thing sucks. I'm over it. All right. This machine is driving me nuts. That's solid. We take those. Please. Oh my god. You know, you only lose if you leave. I was 18 at the time. 18 is the gambling age here, which is also crazy. Like, the fact that I was able to go to the casino and lose $200 at 18 years old is crazy to me. The fact that that was like totally legal and everything, and that's just how that works. Wild. But, yeah, no, that was like what I had to gamble with. Oh, I changed the order just one time. Why did I get 15 medals from that? What? Why did that give me 15 medals? The fuck? Is it because I was on a free replay and landed on another? No. Why did that give me 15 medals? Why did those replays just pay out like a lot? Because normally this is what they do. They give you a free replay. They don't pay you. Oh, fuck. The confusion only deepens with this machine, I swear. Don't give me replays, Aladdin. He's popping up a lot. Aladdin is popping up a lot. Yeah, that was 2 replays in a row and I didn't get paid. Like, I don't know. Now that I'm a dad and have all sorts of adult commitments, I'm more sensible. I haven't even gotten drunk in a full year. Understandable, though. Like, I already... Yeah. I already feel like I can't, like, be irresponsible with money, and I'm not a dad. I'm just living in this economy. Real. I don't even like have a kid or anything. I feel like I can't afford to be irresponsible with money currently, even if I wanted to be. I don't think I could afford it. A combo for the most amount of medals, really just a jackpot. The way that this machine works, like anything that's not a jackpot is only getting you 6 medals. Generally, which is why I was so confused by the 15. So really, you're just kind of stalling, even if you are getting those smaller wins, until you get your next, like, big win. And then the big win, like, shoots you up a few hundred. But anything else feels like you're just kind of prolonging how many times you can keep playing until you get the next one. All young people in chat, you guys have a steep hill to climb. It does. It sucks so much ass. Falls my internet mom, and I know she hates me. No. 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 Chat is your kid and you won't pay for our food. The hill is called working construction until I die. That's what Owen's doing right now. Friend of the show, Owen. That's genuinely what he's doing.
Figure just pounding me.
The promise of being sensible and working hard, getting you a good life has been broken. I don't think it's entirely been broken yet. I mean, it has been in the sense of like what it used to be. Where like it used to be like, yeah, you go to college, you get a degree, that degree like guarantees you a good job and that good job will carry you. Like as long as you don't do something crazy to fuck it up, it just works. I feel like that's been broken. But like this, every time I say it out loud, people, I get pushback on it. But genuinely, as someone who has not done formal employment in a long time and has kind of like made effectively side hustles work, if you're putting aside enough and living well below your means and like using the tools that are out there that aren't necessarily handed to you, but if you seek them out, they're there, it works still. Like even if you are like I am kind of doing the gig economy thing unironically. And it sucks, but it does still work. Like, if you just have to have, like, a solid enough income stream, be putting aside enough into, like, high yield or whatever. Be responsibly investing some of it as much as you can. And just not buying the fun stuff is the sucky part. Although, already at 23, granted I started right away. And, like, I started right at, like, 18 with investing and all that, but even at, like, 23, after doing that for a while, I'm already, like, okay, just the interest on my bank account is enough to cover, like, a fun purchase just for me once a month, if I want it. If I want it. He said, oh, you're the weird femboy guy, and then never replied again. Most people are doing gig work. Getting full-time employment with a steady employer is the problem. True. Even my buddy who does have, like, a good full-time job with a steady employer, that, like, he got with a college degree and everything, like, he was fairly lucky to even get that, right? Granted, he worked for it, but it's kind of the topic, is that even working for it now doesn't guarantee it. You have to really work for it now. Which he did. And, like, he has that now, but even he is, like, you know, saving, like, half of what he makes. Slash investing. Saving slash investing. High yield savings account. Investments that are just stable long-term plays. The usual that I talk about, at least. Just because he's even like, yeah, like, if I stayed where I'm at right now for the next 10 years, like, I would not be pleased with the amount of work I put in for what I got out. So he's putting in even more with stuff like that, so that in 10 years he can be like, okay, yeah, now I'm chilling. Not getting that job you were promised after graduating. Well, even he had to do, like, unpaid internship and stuff to get it, which has been around for a long time, but call me a Zoomer. If you're not paying me, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing work if I'm not getting paid. I'm just, like, I'm not about it. I didn't do it either. Is YouTube your job? YouTube is my main stream of income, yeah. Started before the 2008 crisis. The world is still not as it was in 2006. No. Hold on. I track everything in a spreadsheet that I update every day. Which is honestly there more for me to actually be able to look at everything, because my shit is so, like, scattered out and irregular and inconsistent. I have a big old spreadsheet where I update, like, 5 different things, like, once a day. And I got a whole bunch of shit in there that averages it out for me and stuff, like, over the course of the whole year. And yeah. YouTube is my biggest stream of income. And then Patreon is my second largest. Which you could put into YouTube. You could lump those together, because the Patreon is for the YouTube videos. So depending on how you want to look at it, you could put those into one. but I have them separated because they're two separate streams. They come from two different places. Plus, the Patreon is a little extra work. Not really. But a little. OnlyFans is your actual largest. I wish. If only. This machine is killing me. Wish I was living in 1980s Japan where you could just beat up Mr. Shakedown for a quick $1 million. Exactly, bro, if only. Because that's exactly how it worked. Totally. Exactly. Or like if you just got into a fight on the street with some random guy, he just had so much cash in his pocket that over the course of like a few punches, you would knock out a solid 80K or so that you could pick up off the ground. That is how that worked. Genuinely. Absolutely. Or at least that is what the comments on my Yakuza 0 review would have you believe, because I called out that the money doesn't really mean a lot in Yakuza 0 because you just have such a fucking ridiculous amount. They're like, well, that's how it actually was. I'm aware of the 80s bubble economy in Japan. I read into it a lot doing the research for the video. It wasn't that extreme. People are like, no, the reason it's like that is because that's how it was in the 80s in Japan. Hello, Valentine. I know a dude who had massive feet, colossal. We called him Clownfoot. Anyways, he went on to do feet pics, putting his massive feet next to household objects for scale. What other series would you like to do 100% in? Right now, I'm juggling Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Resident Evil, and Yakuza. If I were to add something, I would want to go back, and we started this and made good progress on this a while ago, but I would want to go back and do the rest of Devil May Cry. Such a saturated market now, though. It's really hard to make more than a couple $100 a month. I mean, yeah, that's everything. Unlike the rest of the OnlyFans girls, it's true, it's true. You're struggling with Ace Combat Online? Yeah, specifically with Ace Combat 6. It's so hard to coordinate lobbies of it, because it is so dead just because of the set of circumstances around the games online, that, like, no one is naturally playing that you're just running into online. And even trying to coordinate, like, within the Ace Combat community, it's just that there are so few people, like, even if you go to the Ace Combat Discord server, who have their Xbox set up with Xbox Live and a physical copy of Ace Combat 6, who are just waiting, you know, for the opportunity to hop on and play it. It's just there. It's so hard to even get matches of it going. But once we're past that, like, Ace Combat will start flying at a normal pace again. Because those games aren't very long to 100%, aside from, like, crazy edge cases. Okay. We reset again? There's a growing, strange set of people who act like this series used to be rooted in reality, when all this series has ever been is shonen bullshit that gets serious when needed. Yeah, the Yakuza 0 thing in particular, I understand from having done the YouTube stuff and criticized all sorts of different games, like basically to the community who loves them as a first-time player, generally when you criticize games like that, there's always pushback no matter what. And so I get that that's all that's happening with the Yakuza 0 thing and the money. It's just people love Yakuza 0, so you criticize stuff and people want to find a way to be like, well, actually, this is like, it's fine. It's just the way that gamers are. We're all like that with games. We all have our games that we're like that with. So I don't get too annoyed by it anymore. I used to get really annoyed by it when I first started doing like the style of videos that I do, but now I'm just kind of like, okay, this is just like the way that things are in gaming. It's whatever. Please sell your used boxer shorts is crazy. Nobody likes the heat system. Even the heat system I got pushback on. Even the heat system. Please, I need. False, how much? Who the fuck is defending the heat system? The Yakuza 0 enjoys. $20K? You heard her, Wig. Easy breezy 20K, you got them. They're all yours. I got $3. You better get on it then. Not that I want them that bad, but I don't trust Wig with it. On the Xbox store, it could just be a mistake, but for AC8, it says it has random microtransactions. Oh, like a loot box thing? That has some sort of microtransaction tied to it? Gamers are diehard to the point that if in the original you got tased every time you die, they would go and yell at you for preferring the recent game where you don't. Yeah, it's genuinely like everyone has like that game that you just love to the point where like when it gets criticized, you will push back and defend it like no matter what. Everyone has that game. Genuinely, everyone has that game. And even if you don't, like, even if you're thinking of that one game that you would be like that with, I bet you that at one point you were like that, but it just took a long-ass time of playing it over and over again to start to be like, okay, yeah, that's, you know. There's some stuff here that kind of sucks. But I would doubt that that's a mistake. Granted, could be, well, I don't know how the Xbox store works anymore, but like with Steam, at least, that would be something that the developer would have tagged on there. I don't know how the Xbox marketplace works in that way, but I just like shit games. Yeah, False goes to bat for like any 3 out of 10 game that you find, really. I bet you she defends it to the death. Probably. It's most likely true. Life is strange. Hate on it and I'll find you. I just won't talk about it then. It's like everyone's parents always told them, right? Probably the only person who enjoys that game or everything that game has to offer with no problems at all. Yeah, even when you do find a game like that, like it's such a rare thing to find. That's why I got the 15 earlier. It triggered like a guaranteed win that I saw show up at the bottom there. It's weird. Like I have no idea what triggered that, but it did. Please give me something. I'm fucking begging you. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes and not made an inch of progress, even with a more lenient checkpoint system. I am begging you for a big win. Metal Gear Solid is a flawless series. You can't prove me wrong. Wait, don't do this to yourself. Don't. Not with me. I'm like the king of nitpicking. Don't. What's the new checkpoint? I'm going with every jackpot. And so far we got one, but we lost so many medals from the start to getting that one, and then we only got a regular jackpot. So we have progressed in the last hour and 20 minutes, but we only went up by 10 medals from that first jackpot. We only actually gained 10 on the checkpoint. Rome wasn't built in a day. Clearly not. Those same jiggle physics on Raiden and MGS2 remake. Give a fuck if it's 200 bucks. If MGS2 remake has that, I'm buying. Now I'm just thinking about other game series that I would like to 100% at some point. Like in between yapping. My brain keeps wandering on it. I would do both the Red Dead games again in a heartbeat. Both of them back to back. I would do it again. It's only been like 3 years since we did them. I would do them a second time. Absolutely, I would. Much to Mickle's dismay. I've already done those, but I would do them again. Lara looks great. Hear me out. Hear me out. Right? I have a spicy take, maybe, on the new Tomb Raider Lara design they just unveiled. I think it's fine. I get that they're obviously trying to make her look like the original, like, PS1 design, and that's the intent behind it. But her reboot design is just so much better. Like, the design she had in the reboot trilogy is just so much better. Like, I prefer it a lot. Like, it's by a lot. Please, Aladdin, I'm begging. Please, Magic Genie. I need a win, man. I need a win, like a big one. Aladdin chance. Big jackpot. Something. This game can't let me have shit. It really can't. False got good viewers unlike Chole. Hey, my thing is like I don't need to like what's it? Come up with some thing for like chat to fund or like put money towards or anything, because the videos just do their thing. The videos like sustain me to the point where I don't really need chat to like do anything. And I've said before, like I do the streams literally just for the sake of it anyway. Like I just enjoy doing the streams, which is why if there's something that I really want to stream, like even if from a business standpoint it makes no sense, like I will go on a Black Ops 7 cursed binge just because I want to. Because like I could have a stream where I don't get like any new members or any super chats or anything, and like I'm fine with that. I'm just doing the streams in the middle of the day for a break anyway. Because, like, genuinely, the videos just kind of, like, do their thing to the point where... Hold on, chat. Pause. I was going to read it off, but... Any guesses? YouTube has, like, this metric that they track and put, like, on the front of the dashboard just because it's really good info. In the last 48 hours, in the last 2 days... There are 3 videos that have gotten, like, the most views in the last 48 hours. Does anyone have guesses which ones they are? Don't the streams help boost the channel? Not really. Like, from a business standpoint, my time would be better used just grinding videos all day. But the streams are just more fun and give me something to, like, break it up in the middle of the day. Oh, I know. Yeah, I sent False a screenshot this morning. Metal Gear Survive. D-Machine. Mickle's shit posting. Metal Gear? Yeah, but which one? Also, I'm, like, weirdly looking forward to being done with the Resident Evil videos, but I think that's only because we've been on them for so long. Same with Yakuza, where, like, I think doing 2 ginormous series... right on top of each other, and like dedicating to doing those 2 videos until like those series are done was not the wisest looking back on it, because I started the Resi series back in August of last year, not this year, of 2024. And I started the Yakuza series in September of 2024. So, like, at this point, like, as much as I'm enjoying those 2 series, I'm also looking forward to doing new stuff at the same time. Tell us what are the 3? Sorry, I was yapping and letting the guesses roll in. Metal Gear Survive came up a couple times, 3 times. MGS4, RE Resistance. RE Resistance. I'm not saying it's one of them, but newest video, most recent video, you know, good guess. It's not right, but it's a good, the logic is there. No, in the last 48 hours, the 3 videos that have gotten the most views and therefore like the 3 pieces of content that have generated the largest chunk of just my income in the last 2 days are the Resident Evil 6 video, which came out in, let me look, July 2nd, so like I made it in June. The RE7 DLC video is 2nd, and that came out back in October. And Ace Combat 7 is in the top 3 for the last 48 hours. It is absolutely getting a spike again because of the Ace Combat 8 trailer. But the Ace Combat 7 video was from April of 2024. So, like, genuinely, the videos, assuming they don't totally flop when they come out, like, they they can just sustain me like on their own. Because like those videos are all from months ago. And yet in the last 48 hours, that's where most of my income has come from. YouTube is a magical thing. Ace Combat W. It's because of the trailer. It's like when RE9 first got revealed. The RE Outbreak video blew up like for a couple weeks after. Just because everyone suddenly was like, oh, Resident Evil Outbreak is important. Let me go watch YouTube stuff. The same thing is happening with Ace Combat 7 right now because of AC8. Good times going through those. Armored Core is so fun. Still. But yeah, RE6 is the #1. I don't know why the RE6 video is spiking right now, because RE6 has been consistently one of my most viewed videos, like just since it came out, really. Like, it generally has hovered in the top 3. It's fallen out of it a couple times, but it goes back in. But right now, it's like really spiking again. And I couldn't tell you why RE6 in part. Oh, Leon. Surely has something to do with that, actually. Probably Leon. That's Leon's most recent game going into 9. Probably Leon, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Timeline, Leon. I'm only just putting that together in my head now. But yeah, probably because Leon. And like, even, I have other YouTube channels. Some known, some not known. Right? Like, well, even then, when I say some known, some not known, some that like are not outright known, but like are the worst kept secret ever for those who knows. Like, you know, even those. This one isn't monetized yet. It's not terribly far off. But, like, I haven't uploaded to this channel in nearly 2 months. Literally just because, like, my other YouTube channels are just side projects that I work on when I have extra time. And I'm interested in doing that content at that time. Like, the other channels are literally just for the love of the game, if you would. But, like, this other channel, we got like 10,000 views this month so far, calendar month December. I haven't uploaded on this shit in 2 months. Because YouTube is genuinely like a system where if the videos are good and you just put them out there, they kind of stay in circulation. I'm not making any money from that, but that's just the point of like, you put a good YouTube video out there, that shit lives on for years. Like, just keeps generating numbers and revenue and stuff for years. I wanted to know who this baddie called Chloe was playing Metal Gear. Is this your hot yoga channel? Yeah, my naked yoga channel. Yes, that is what we're talking about. Has a channel where he does those GTA Spider-Man videos. No, I use my voice. Like, I do narrate the videos on the other channels. So that's where, like, some of them are poorly kept secrets because people have randomly just found those other channels, like, purely through the recommended system or whatever, and been like, wait a minute, I know that voice. And then, you know, if they watch this channel enough to recognize my voice, word kind of gets around. What's the channel called? Secret. Oh, fuck off. What's the reward from finishing the slot machine? It checks off on the completion list. There's no particular reward for this machine or anything, or even for this minigame completion individually. The reward is freedom. At this point, it is like the reward is that I get to play the rest of the game once we're done with this. Those Reddit story voiceovers? No, it's all gaming content, of course. Come on, who are we kidding? When I'm not doing my main job, which is yapping about video games, and I get bored, I just yearn to yap about video games. Still, somehow. It really is for the love of the game, though. Like, hold on. Had to make sure my file browser wasn't appearing on my my stream right there. Oh no. Oh no. Not a 3. Oh! Chat, we're winning! Let's fucking go. We might actually get past our starting number. It won't be by a lot. But save every jackpot for the checkpoint now. That puts us up 100 from where we just were. Exactly 100 from where we just were. It's something. Going for every rank in MGS3? Fuck no. No. Hold on. I was looking here. I started... Oh. Why am I even looking in my files? I can look on YouTube. Hold on. YouTube tracks this, and I made a fresh channel for it. False doesn't even know. I made another channel in November. Like, that channel's not even a month old already. I got YouTube channels coming out of my ass just for different topics that I really want to yap about in my free time. I just got channels coming out of my ass. How many channels you got? Jelking tutorial channel? Screw you too. You just don't know. I never mentioned it. I never did. It's not that I'm keeping secrets. It just never came up. Never came up. Yeah, we had to do Snake Tales for MGS2. That's required. I don't want to know anyway, men. False gets to know. Since she clearly, even though she doesn't want to know, now she has to know. I'm forcing this knowledge upon her. Or he reviews peanut butter products. That would be a good one. Peanut butter reviews, just all peanut butter. Or I guess peanut butter might be too specific. Maybe I would just have to do peanut products. Now she has the knowledge. Hold on. Also, I saw that comment. You can't take it back. I've already read it. It's in my head now. I had to grab her the URL for it. She didn't ask for it, but there. God, now... False, you shouldn't have gotten me started, because now I want to, like, message you about where the whole thing came from, and no. Later. Later. Making us feel single every stream. I hope they have a bad breakup. That's crazy. That's crazy. Calm down. I have not told a single person about this channel, and it's existed for almost a month. I've been working on it on the side for like a month. So now you got me started, and I'm just like, just everything is trying to vomit out. Not that evil. You guys are going to be stuck feeling single for a long time. I hate to break it to you. It's like we're sitting in the hotel chair watching. I hope they won't, because then I have to choose which streamer to watch. It's awkward. Hey, if one of us just blows up enough, then you can still watch both. Because in one of the chats, you'll just kind of blend in. Like, the other doesn't have to know, right? Like, when False blows up enough, you could hang out in there, because I won't know. You'll blend in too well. I won't notice. And I'm not there anyway, so like... You know, probably. No, I won't be. I said probably, but then I'm like... Aside from the occasional search out of just curiosity... No, I'm never looking at, like, my ex's socials. The only times I really do are when I'm like, man, I have not heard... like anything about her or anything for like over a year. Is she still alive? Quick check, see if she's alive. She is. That's about it. Who gets Christmas visitation? Me. This doesn't fall stream in the AM for Brits. For Brits? Are you guys 5 hours ahead or 6 hours ahead right now? I think it's 6, isn't it? Is it 8:44 in the UK right now or 7:44? I think it's 8, right? Almost 9 p.m. It is 8:45. Okay. So False would start for you guys at I'm good at math. 1 a.m. Or no, sorry, midnight. My bad. My math. Midnight. I'm single as fuck and I know that's bad? Nah. Depends on your relationship. I don't check any of mine, to be fair. Well, yours, well, I'm gonna say, yours is different because, like, mine mostly ended on good terms, even though we don't, like, really talk. It's like, we're chill. But even then, the one that I didn't end on good terms with, every once in a while, I am like, especially with her, I'm like, is she alive? Like, is she still okay? Which is a genuine question that needs to be asked. Even now, I'm like, is she alive? Hold on. Quick cursory search. She is alive. And has a cat now. Can confirm. Oh, not well. Am I saying that right? Not well. Box your ex to chat. No balls. No, no, no. Okay. I'm like, I go below 6K, I'm gonna reset. And then it keeps giving me just enough to not really dip below. Okay. Yep, now we do. Because the granny he started dating died of old age. He cougar maxed too close to the sun. That's it. That's what happened. It's true. Cougar max too hard is a crazy L to take. Oh my god. False was sending me this thing that I'm assuming she found on like Reddit or Twitter. Something like that. Actually, from the lack of details, I would assume Twitter. I got it mixed up in my head. No, she didn't know many details, so I'm assuming it wasn't Reddit. And it was this, like, 60-plus-year-old guy messaging this girl whose age we don't know, but I'm assuming from, like, the way that she was responding and kind of making it into, like, a big joke, that she was probably about my age. Mid-20s. And she kept, like, saying crazy shit, like turning him down in the most like mean way. And bro, he just kept going back. He would be like, that wasn't very nice. Anyway, do you have experience with men my age? And she would say something crazy again. And he would be like, wow, I don't like that. Anyway, I could get lost in your eyes. And it was just like, what? Dude, just give up. Just give up. It's not working. And he just kept going. And she sent like 4 screenshots of full pages of them going back and forth. He just kept trying. I'm like, dude, why are you doing this to yourself? Just stop. It was hard to read. Kissed my starfish. What the fuck is happening in chat? Oh, please. Big win? Big win? Maybe? I haven't been using my eyebrows enough today. That's the problem.
I'm a fertile motherfucker.
That was the problem. It was Facebook. There's my answer. Here we go, chat. Now we're flying. Oh, actual free replay. Most of the time you have to like slot 1 medal in, even though it says free replay. We haven't seen an Aladdin chance in so long. We may have just gotten a super Aladdin chance. We did! We did! The penis music is back. We're so back. No. You did not. Just do that to me. You did not. You actually, there's no fucking way it just did that to me. Are you shitting me? My luck continues. My luck continues. Gives me one spin. A one spin Super Aladdin chance. And that one spin doesn't even give me anything. If it was Reddit, I would have their entire life story. That's why I said it probably wasn't from Reddit, because you didn't have many details about her. False finds like one funny post on Reddit, and just from opening up their profile, like gives me their whole life story and background. It's crazy, the amount of details that people put on Reddit about themselves. Like, just over the course of responding to so many things on Reddit, like, you can genuinely, for people who, like, actually use Reddit a lot, you can get, like, their whole life story off their fucking user profile. And False often does. Snooze mentioned how I did that when he just wanted to show me a Brendan Fraser fan page. My 3s just turned into a 7? 7 means big jackpot. And now we're back to 3s, which is increased chance of a normal jackpot. But it also gave me a big one, or it almost gave me a big one. It even made the sound at me. The machine is being so fucking weird right now. I have no idea what's going on. A win and a genie bottle? I don't even think I've seen a genie bottle come out on a winning spin. Like one that pays out? What? Don't give me cherries. Don't give me that either. Fake out. Let's go. Let's go. Don't give me a 3. After that super, the machine has changed. It does feel like all of a sudden the machine is just going crazy. Rose is back. I would prefer an Aladdin chance over the jackpots, to be honest. The Aladdin chances have higher ceilings, like, for potential wins. Okay. Chat, I can't believe we haven't talked about this yet. False and I last night, for those keeping up with whenever I update on this stuff, we played the Shangri-La Easter egg. on BO1. We did it. I had not done that shit in like 10 years. And that was a lot weirder than I remembered it being. Fake out. Come on. Here we go. Did she carry again? Yeah. Yeah. It's just throwing extra chances at you and giving you nothing for them. I know. The machine is being very weird right now. Come on, 7 at least. Take a 7 over an Aladdin chance. I will. Or sorry, over a normal jackpot chance. I would rather have an Aladdin chance, actually. 7. Oh, hello, Marcelo. Sorry. I'm so distracted. The machine is losing its mind. Do we figure out what 3 means? 3 seems to just be a heightened chance of a normal jackpot, a regular jackpot. And then 7 also seems to just be a heightened chance of the big jackpot. So neither of them are necessarily like a guarantee if they pop up. Whereas Aladdin chance, like when the A pops up, it seems to guarantee an Aladdin chance. Seven again? Yeah. What do you guys think? Is it a 3 or a 7? There's the answer. Can you get a 6 on this slot machine? Thank God we can't. You didn't even do anything with it. The fuck? What do you think this is? At this point, please just give me something. Something real. Okay, fake out. Aladdin chance. I beg. Just give me a chance. I don't understand 6, 7, think I'm unk. The reason you don't understand it isn't because you're unk, it's because it literally means nothing. Like, I'm Gen Z. And I can tell you, as someone who speaks the Gen Z brain rot, it is actually nothing. Like, there's no further meaning to it or anything. Here we go. Fuck, man. It took you a minute. Watch Charlie's video on it. Did he do like an explanation? I'm only a year older. You gotta practice your brain rot more. You gotta be more fluent, that's all. It was just a drunk, annoying guy yelling it, and that's it. Yeah, that is like legitimately it. It's just that there was that one video that was like the origin of it, and people thought it was funny. And just, like, there is no meaning behind it. It just, people just thought that one guy was funny. The drunk guy is not the origin? Is it not? I thought the drunk guy was the origin. Like, I know the other ones, because then it's not just that one video. But I think the drunk guy was first. And then it was like the basketball player in the locker room. And then it was the kid. Because those are the 3 videos that like really blew up. The kid with like the blonde broccoli hair. Charlie just pulled that up to show how stupid and annoying it is. I haven't even watched the Charlie video. I don't think I've watched a Charlie video like at all in months, to be honest with you. But I know the one that she's talking about. Zoned out for an hour and we've gone up. We have gone up. The machine does feel a little different. Finally. Finally. A big payout. This is the penis music, chat. This is a super Aladdin chance. This isn't a normal one. This is a super one. It was just hiding. That's it. %65%. God bless. And these can go on for totally random amounts of time. Like, they can literally be one spin. There, it's over. I should save it. I lost 3 medals, it's not saving immediately. Super Aladdin chances can potentially go for thousands of spins, though, according to the game's guidebook from Japan. Like, it's totally random how long they go. The machine still feels like it's spitting out a lot of luck. I said what I said. How many achievement points is this worth? Silly DS. There were no achievements on the PS2. The machine has 180'd on us. We suffered for nearly 2 hours, and now just like, here we are. It's just doing this shit now. Thought you might have retro achievements? Nah, I don't like retro achievements personally. You guys see the 6s across the board? I only saw it right before it went away. Could they, with perfect RNG, go for an infinite amount of time? It's hard to say because the guidebook is very vague about it, but it does straight up say that it can go for any number of spins, even potentially for thousands of spins. We got one once that lasted for like 300 spins. And it literally carried us from like 1,000 to 3,000 in just one go. So we've seen some really long Super Aladdin chances. It's just, they're very uncommon. Retro achievements are insanely hard at times for no reason. It's because they're all community made. Like, I could log on to retro achievements and put together an achievement list for Yakuza 2. Assuming there wasn't already one, which I bet there probably is. But you get what I mean. Like, it's all community made achievement lists, so it's literally just whatever the community members come up with. Which is why I'm not a huge fan of them. At least developers normally have a solid amount of restraint, unless they are actively trying to make a ridiculous achievement list. But retro achievements kind of suck because they're community made. And there's no, like, restraint with them a lot of the time. Absolutely would include the slots. They're on the completion list, so you know damn well, if I had to do this, I will gaslight other people into thinking they need to do this. For sure. Set the bar too high. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with it. It is a great idea, but because it's all community made, people just come up with the most, like, insane achievements that they can think of. Yakuza 1 retro achievements are random as fuck. I haven't looked at the Yakuza ones. I have an account on retro achievements. I have used it in the past. I'm just generally not a fan of it. Another huge payout from that one. Holy. I'm now noticing the Aladdin chance light that was mentioned in chat. I genuinely did not notice it before. Has the Aladdin chance never truly ended and it's just been like switching on and off? Has it just been like retreating into the background for a bit and then coming back, basically? Do not question this. I won't. It's been on for ages at this point. Interesting. I guess the luck state can return. It seems like it can. Weirdly. So happy right now. We're at 72% complete. We basically are. There it is. Now we are. Solidly. We're getting places. %72 done is a great amount. After all this time, that is an amount that makes me very happy. Don't forget, we've still got to do slots again. Yeah, but that one later is so much easier. Like, having this done is still great. The hair physics, finally a game with robust, realistic hair physics. I mean, not to be that guy, but the hair physics are pulled from RE4 Remake. They are great. They were great in RE4. This has been going for a minute now. I've just seen so many people mention the hair physics. I'm like, you guys, we've seen these hair physics. We saw them like 2 years ago. It's just the new RE engine hair physics they've been using, which are crazy. With long enough hair. Yeah, you kind of, like, the best you saw it in RE4 was from, like, Leon and Ada. And their hair isn't, like, that long and flowy. So it is more noticeable. But, like, RE Engine has had great hair physics for a bit now. RE Engine is so good now. What you think of Gang of the Dragon? What I keep saying about it is I love that Nagoshi basically just has come out of nowhere with, like, yeah, I'm literally doing Yakuza. But that trailer didn't show me much other than Nagoshi is back and doing his own Yakuza again. And the English dub, I don't know if that's just going to be the only language available for the game or not, but that voice acting in the trailer feels very Yakuza 1 English dub. It feels like that cast is getting, like, no direction, and it's just coming out, like, super stiff and awkward. Yeah, it's hard to think much when you just get a CG trailer. It's kind of where I'm at. Okay. It's over? Actually, no, it's not. The light is... Oh, no, the light is off. It is over. It is over. But 75%. 75%. Did you save? We did. More shooting mechanics and a car mechanic? Oh god. I'm suddenly a little bit more awkward. $1.3K jump is insane. That was crazy. We needed one of those. Like, desperately, we needed one of those. That was good. The Steam page shows only gun combat. There's no way, right? Like, there's no way you make a character who is built like a fucking refrigerator like that. Genuinely. Look at him. And then you don't have his main thing be fist fights. Like, that guy should basically just be Saejima 2.0. Like, look at him. Look at him. That man is just a fucking unit. You've got to have him, like, throwing guys around and winding up the biggest punches imaginable. You have to. You have to. based on a pretty famous Korean actor. Oh, like his likeness is scanned in? Or just he's like inspired by. I assume he hits to kill. That dude is fucking built like a tank though, genuinely. It is his likeness, okay. Is it the guy from Train to Busan? That was a good-ass movie. I haven't seen that in so long. You lend me a jar of love. Take my hand with your glove of love. That's... I cannot lend you a jar. Come on, give me another. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. We're down more than 100. I'll do a reset. I was gonna say, did I not save? I did. I would have been so pissed. I was like, did I not? Did I actually not when Tibby asked? Finished Kurohyou last week. Pretty underrated. Genuinely one of my favorite Yakuza games. Like, just legitimately so good. Like, really combat's fun. Very different combat, but very fun. The side content's amazing in it. Like, shockingly good for a PSP spinoff. And the story's great. Tatsuya is, like, legit top, like, S-tier Yakuza character. My heart broke when I saw 6,900 again. Me too. Oh, just 6,000. Never mind. Me too. Still. No, I did actually save. Thank God. I shed tears of joy for Ace Combat. I didn't even realize it was Ace Combat until like a good 45 seconds into the trailer when they played it. And then... even then, like, I wasn't sure that it was Ace Combat until, like, more than a minute in when the music, like, swelled up. And then I was like, oh, it has to be. But genuinely, because so much of it was focused on just, like, walking around, being pals with everyone, I was, like... I just thought it was some random, like, military game. Genuinely. I didn't even think it was Ace Combat until it was a good bit into the trailer. I even saw the Bamco logo pop up. Does it say Bandai Namco Aces? I thought it just said Bandai Namco. Did it say Aces? Did I just miss that somehow? Oh, it says both. Oh. Yeah, I just didn't catch that then. But I legit did not even think it was Ace Combat until I was like more than halfway through the trailer. Comical how he learns like 20 fighting styles in one game. It's not comical, he's just built like that. He's just a prodigy, alright? Immediately gets her hopes up for a new FromSoft game. Bamco has so much more than From. Do you think that Kiryu in Yakuza 0 should have been more like Tatsuya at the start of Kurohyo 1? Absolutely. Yes. I feel like at the start of Yakuza 0, they say that Kiryu is like this totally off the rails punk who can't be controlled, but then you don't actually see that at all. Like when you are just watching him in chapter 1 of the game. Like, it's not actually portrayed on screen really whatsoever. They just kind of say it and expect you to go with it. But, like, he's actually super chill. Whereas, like, Tatsuya at the start of Kurohyo is, like, a fucking asshole, and you kind of hate him at the start. Because he's such an asshole. I mean, you kind of see it with him deadass storming HQ. He doesn't storm HQ, though. He goes into HQ formally, like, asks for permission to go in at the gate and everything for a proper meeting, and then they jump him and he fights back. He doesn't even storm HQ. Like, at the beginning of Yakuza 0, they say that he doesn't have his shit together, but he does. Like, in terms of how he actually behaves during chapter 1, he absolutely does. And it almost feels like Tatsuya was an inspiration for, like, how they were trying to approach him in Yakuza 0. Because, like, how does Kurohyo 1 open? Tatsuya fights this guy, being a punk, and accidentally kills him. And then in Yakuza 0, Kiryu beats this guy up for money. Granted, he's been told to, whereas Tatsuya just did it as his, or of his own free will, but Kiryu beats this guy up for money, beats his ass so hard that then later when it shows up on the news that the guy died, he thinks he killed him. Kiryu didn't actually kill him, but, you know. You get what I'm saying? Like, it feels like they genuinely pulled that from Kurohyo. But they just didn't do it as well as Kurohyo did it. Like, the follow-through wasn't there. They kind of pulled the basic premise and then didn't do anything with it. Every time Todd Howard appears, it reminds me that it's been a longer time now since we saw the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 than the Elder Scrolls 6 announcements in Skyrim. Yeah, I don't know why they announced that. I mean, I do, because they were following up the hype of Skyrim. Just getting, like, everyone, you know, talking about it, basically, but Jesus Christ, if you were not going to start development on the game until, like, 2023... why did you announce it in, like, 2016 or whatever it was? Tatsuya did it for shits and giggles. Yeah, Kiryu literally was following orders and just going on money collection for the family. Whereas Tatsuya was just pissed off and just went into this office to, like, rob the place. Oh, shit. So, like, it's a huge difference between the two, even in that setup. But I do feel like that basic idea was probably pulled from Kurohyo. Does loading save states actually change anything? I thought outcomes were predetermined. We've learned that they determine the outcome when you start the spin. From, like, testing it and stuff. You can load a save state and get different results. Oh, it's giving me another chance at least. Will be even half as good as Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and other open world greats. I mean, Depends. I don't think there's like recent precedent to think that Bethesda could even come close to it. However, I still think, as someone who loved Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, haven't played 2, didn't have time to when it came out. Even now, I've got like 3 things I'm playing in my free time, and I'm barely even playing 2 of them. Haven't played 2 yet, but assuming it's generally of the same quality, I still like Morrowind more. So like the point being, the potential is there from Bethesda. I don't think they're ever going to make that kind of RPG again, which for me means that they will never come close to stuff like that. But like old school Bethesda was cooking before they started like simplifying for broader appeal. And even then, some of that simplification, like Oblivion, if it wasn't so fucking broken, and the remaster kind of showed this to me even more, could have been just as good as Morrowind. Like, genuinely, they simplified a lot in Oblivion, but it has, like, that nice middle ground, right? Where, like, it's accessible and casual enough, but still has enough depth there as well in its systems design. But then it also just had those, like, fucking fatal flaws that ruined the game if you weren't playing it like it was a spreadsheet. Like, Oblivion could have been right up there with Morrowind if it wasn't so broken in the couple of spots that it was, you know? I feel like it wasn't really until, like, Fallout 3 that they hit that level of simplification in their RPG design, that for me, I'm like, okay, we start going downhill here. I used to say it started with Oblivion, but the Oblivion remaster, since it fixed a lot of that stuff, not all of it, it still has some of those issues, because some of them you just couldn't change and still have it feel like Oblivion. But the remaster really did show me, because they fixed so much, that Oblivion was really close to Morrowind, and I do like the approach that they took when it works. There were issues, like Oblivion's open world map is nowhere near as interesting. That is a big one. Oblivion's map, by comparison to Morrowind's, nowhere near as good. But then, like, Fallout 3 was where things got really simple. And then that just kind of carried forward from that point on. Oh, this is a big one that I agree with. I wish the Yakuza games were more willing to introduce protagonists that you could dislike or had more flaws. It's why I like the cast of 4. While they end up being good, they at least introduce them with flaws. I feel like that's why Tatsuya works so well, particularly in Kurohyou 1. He's great in 2 as well, like as a character, but very different. In 2, he acts as more or less a flat art character, which is still great, still works great. A lot of people see flat arc as just lazy writing. I don't. I think flat arc, when used well, can even be better than like positive or negative arc characters. But, sorry, my cursor's on the screen. I didn't even notice until just then. In Kurohyou 1, like, genuinely, at the start of the game, he fucking sucks. Like, I hate him so much at the beginning of the game. But he grows so much throughout the story of Kurohyou 1 that, like, by the end of it, I'm like, holy shit. This is one of the best characters in the franchise. Like, genuine, like, top 3. Because, like, the example that I was just talking about, at the beginning of the game, he literally goes and beats this guy to the brink of death just because he was pissed off at someone else and, like, was looking for something to do. And he's not, like, working for a gang or anything. He's just, like, a genuine street punk who just does what he wants. Like, it's purely just because that's the way he is. like at the start of the game, Tatsuya legitimately is a character that you hate. Like, he's awful. You want to try in the fast forward? Fast forward's the same thing, but just fast. But I do think that, like, Akiyama and Saejima and Tanimura all have that appeal, where at the start, like, I would say Tanimura more than the rest, but Akiyama and Saejima as well, like, are very flawed characters who throughout that story kind of come around. It's more interesting to watch Tatsuya do things like sub-stories and whatnot because he's so awful. It really is. Like, his character starting there is what makes him, like, a genuine top 3 for me. Because he goes through so much growth over the course of the game. Like, easily the most growth that at least I've seen from the Yakuza series. Like, in any game, any character, that is by far, like, the biggest character arc that anyone goes through in this series. At least in the course of one game. Because you could say that some of the characters go through, like, massive arcs over the course of 3 games or whatever in the series, but Tatsuya's is all in one. And then he goes through flat arc in the second game, which is still good. I like his flat arc in the second game. I don't think it's, like, the best flat arc writing I've seen, but it's good flat arc writing. Just makes it feel better waiting. That sucks. God damn it. Do a lot to make you think he's awful, that you're more invested in where the game is going with this. Oh, I see what you mean. I honestly felt like Tanimura was the least likable when he first got introduced. Because, like, as awful as Saejima was at the start, I also admittedly was like, okay, this guy's kind of badass, though. This guy's like the Crow if he was built like a truck. Why do you think that me purchasing Expedition 33 is a bit? Because you don't play games that are anything like Expedition 33. Like, at all. Yeah, Tanimura was the one that I genuinely just was not interested in, like, until a chapter later. It took a bit for me to even really be interested in him. Okay. Thank you, Pachi Slot Machine. I hit them in the wrong order. I do like Shinada a lot. I am a Shinada supporter. A Shinada defender. I'm even a Shinada defender when it comes to the combat. I like Shinada's combat. I don't love it, but I think it's fun. Hyperrealism isn't my style usually, but I do like turn-based games. Mikkel, hold on. Hold on. Chat, let him cook. Just give him a minute. Mikkel, what do you mean about Expedition 33 when you say hyperrealism? Genuine question. Chat, let him cook. I feel like I'm the only person on Earth who wasn't a fan of Shinada. I love him as a character. When he cried in the ending, I cried too, damn it. I don't know if I want to. I'm asking Mikkel because he's like so not involved with the Game Awards discourse that I gotta point something out here. We don't love him as much as Daigo and him love each other. Probably true. Super realistic characters always look super wonky, especially during cutscenes. The hair looks off, and normal shit like Sophie getting a rose, the rose won't stay in place. It's flying all over her necklace. You see, chat? When I was saying that Expedition 33 winning Best Art was kind of horse shit, Best Art Direction, this is the stuff I was talking about. He doesn't even care this much about the award show like we do. Like, we get passionate about it. And everyone jumped me the other day when I was like, it won Best Art over Hollow Knight and Hades? Are you shitting me? This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. And I've seen, like, all the crazy shots from later in the game. I've seen them. But even then, like, you could pull the crazy shit from Hollow Knight and Hades later in the game, and they're just as awesome, if not more awesome. I think you a hater, it's okay. No, it's just the art style isn't, like, that interesting. It's just not. I also like Shinada having no money at the start. I wish the flow of money was worse in the series, because I find myself more interested in playing minigames when I'm working to make cash. I just find the games in general more interesting when money is more limited, which comes up a lot in my videos. People are sick of hearing me say it. But generally, I feel like the Yakuza games are more fun when money is more limited, because it makes things at least a little interesting. Are we still in the fucking casino? No, we're in the Pachi slot parlor. The casino comes later. We're like 3 streams away tops. Don't even say those words. You shut your whore mouth. 3 streams away, he says. You shut your mouth. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Yeah, the casino is unlocked this chapter. I just haven't done the sub-story for it yet. Blue Prince got snubbed? Bro. Because I know the Expedition 33 team is indie, but it just doesn't feel like it's in the spirit of indie. But I'm probably the only person who thinks that. Okay. So here's the thing with the indie thing too, okay? And I know this one is a little more contentious, but I have to bring up, the game's director started this project out of sheer passion. Like, this project started out indie. It did. However, Expedition 33 is probably the biggest, like, is this actually indie discussion that we've had in a very long time in the industry. And a lot of people are just happy with the indie success story, particularly with the director, that it's largely getting, like, swept away as soon as people try to bring it up. But there's seriously a discussion here. Like, really, there's a discussion here. Because, like, aside from getting the actors, I'm not even, like, actors or whatever. You could be indie and get fucking John Cena if he's willing to do the project. It doesn't matter. But once the director started getting more help on the development side, he was hiring industry vets who have worked on prior RPGs and getting them on board. And when they secured a publisher, which, hello, indie, when they secured a publisher And not like a little publisher either. Wasn't it? It's Kepler, isn't it? Yes. When they secured Kepler Interactive as a publisher, which is not a small publisher, they got a shit ton of funding. I didn't even know this until like 2 days ago. This game had an 8-figure budget. Like, genuinely. This game cost more than 8 figures to produce. Like, the fact that people are dismissing the is this actually an indie game discussion around this is crazy to me. So it's a AAA game then? Okay. AAA is debatable at 8 figures. Nowadays. If this was like a decade ago or more, it would have been undisputably a AAA project. But, like, yeah, it's... Even if you're being generous on the indie side of things, it's at least a AA game. At least. How much is 8? 8 figures, as in 8 digits in the number. We don't know the exact budget, but we know the minimum. 100 mil? It's 10 mil plus. Silksong likely had a budget of 4 to 10 million. Even that is a little weird. Because obviously they had to pay the developers for the amount of time that they did, but there were only 4 developers. And they weren't spending on like crazy assets because everything in the game is hand-drawn. But Microsoft did back Silksong, so that's a whole other is this actually indie at this point discussion. That is a very weird one to get into. Because it was like a little 4-man team who prior to that were self-publishing, self-funding everything. You know, as a 3-man team. But Silksong is also a little more debatable. It's the most thing I think I've ever heard you... Or is the most insane thing I think I've ever heard you say. Have you heard of game budgets in the Big 25? I'm erring further towards the side of indie in this discussion. And even then, like, you cannot say that it's at least not AA. With that kind of, like, industry power behind it and funding behind it, in my opinion. In my opinion. Despite the game's origin point, you can't tell me it's not. Is it indie if one rich guy spent 500k, 500 mil? If one rich guy was making this game on his own and spending 500 million, but he actually made it on his own, that's an indie game. If that came out of his own pocket, he made it himself, that's an indie game. The difference here is that they secured a AAA publisher and secured debatably AAA funding from them, along with prior AAA development talent for the production. This really starts to not sound like an indie game, if you ask me. Like, the more that you break it down, it's like... I know that this started with one guy looking up stuff on YouTube to make his passion project, but, like, over the course of this game's development, it blew up to a lot more than that. So it's hard for me to act like the finished product is still just the result of the one guy looking stuff up on YouTube. Which is the story that's being celebrated, and even with all of the industry stuff behind it, right? It's still something that should be celebrated because it still was a guy who had an idea and made this all happen. But does it qualify against games like Blueprints? Like in the same category? I don't know. I don't know. Like that really is where the discussion, and even Silksong, I will agree, Silksong had Microsoft behind it. And we don't know how much they spent on it. We have no idea. But it had Microsoft behind it. Which really starts to be like, okay, we're bordering on things. Right? It does. even for Silksong. Like, debatably, that should not have been in the indie category anymore either. Despite the circumstances of the first game, like, the circumstances of the first game were not the circumstances of Silksong. Is kind of what I'm getting at. And the circumstances of E33's development when it first started out compared to, like, when the project really got rolling, very different. Like, night and day different. Holy shit. Like, about as different as they could be. The guy who started this project literally didn't even know how to make a game when he started it. He just wanted to try it and had this cool idea. And then managed to, while he was trying to figure it all out himself, make enough meaningful connections within the industry to blow up the project to the scale that it got to. Which is still an amazing story. That should still be celebrated in its own right, but to me, it feels weird to put it in the indie category. You know what I mean? Where's my 3D Pong? Been the #1 Kickstarter? Everyone's been the #1 Kickstarter. There was no Kickstarter. Blue Prince had me and a friend in a chokehold this year. It was crazy how sucked in we got. I didn't play it. There's a lot this last year that I didn't play, man. Every time that I say it, it hurts me a little more. Every time I say it about a different game in the span of one stream, I'm like, oh yeah, this super cool game from last year, I didn't play it. It hurts how much I ended up needing to skip in 2025 because there was just so much shit going on. They wasted nothing considering the cost and what they ended up with. It's true. And like, best direction with that kind of story behind it, they just fucking give it to them. There is no competition for that, right? They did win best direction. And knowing just the way that that game came to be, like, yeah, absolutely. That was best direction. I scoffed at it still when it happened the first time. Like, at the show, when it happened right away, I did scoff. Because at that point, it was like the 8th award to the game for the night. So I was already just like, oh my god. But there are some awards that, like, E33 won. And regardless of how great the game was, like, I'm sort of like, okay, are we going overboard? Because it feels like we're going overboard. Like, putting it in the indie category, giving it best art direction over, like, hand-drawn by one artist over the course of years with its own unique art style that is instantly identifiable games. Giving it art direction over shit like that, to me, was insanity. Soundtrack? Whatever. I complained about the soundtrack, too. I think Silksong did have a better soundtrack. I think Ninja Gaiden, at least to my taste, had a better soundtrack. But that one is probably just my taste. But even, like, there are just awards that that game won that I'm like, really? How about Best Fighting Game having 2 collections and a remaster nominated? Yeah. In fairness to that, there really weren't, like, 5 big fighting games that came out this year. Like, that is the most I can give them is, yeah, fighting games were pretty sparse in 25. Oh my god, we're cooking. Thank god. Big win. Big jackpot. Yeah, there weren't really many fighting games. Like, Fatal Fury did come out, and that ended up winning. 2XKO is out, right? Right, chat? It is, I think. I don't know. As soon as Tokon got announced, I lost all interest, especially knowing that I would have to install Vanguard for it. Like, yeah. As soon as Tokon got announced, I was over it. I didn't need it anymore. Kind of. Oh, it's in early access. Okay. So it's not out. As far as the Game Awards is concerned, it's not out. What else even came out? 2XKO, Fatal Fury. I'm trying to remember. What other fighting games came out last year? Like new fighting games, not the collections and stuff. Oh, it was nominated. See, I thought so. That's weird. Why was it nominated? Like, what? I thought early access games weren't allowed. A lot of nothing. Yeah. Fighting games, to be fair, had a dry-ass year. Didn't Multiversus win Best Fighting Game while in beta? That does sound right, actually. Multiversus moment. Multiversus was such a weird game where like so many people in the industry celebrated that game so much, but I played it and I was like, man, this shit is ass. And I even like, I don't hate platform fighters. I don't love them. They're not my style of fighting game. But like I went in with an open mind and I was like, yeah, this sucks. If early access games are allowed, then why did PoE 2 not win Best RPG already? Riddle me this. I get that it came out in early access last December, but it was out in early access all this year. It didn't even get nominated, did it? Because I would have known if it got nominated. Where is Path of Exile 2's Best RPG award? I want to know. I want to know. Checkpoint on that one. 78%. Feels like we were being gaslit and no one actually believed it. No, absolutely. The fact that that even won Best Fighting Game was crazy. I remember being so pissed. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Damn you, Aladdin. The zebra. But he dipped out. I don't know if it means anything if he dips out. I don't think it does. At least Best Fighting Game wasn't announced in the pre-show this year. True. No, this year in the pre-show, they gave one award, like a smaller award, I don't remember which one, to Expedition 33. And then that one chick who we need to stop bringing back, good lord above, also gave an award to Uma Musumi. What happened? Don't upset the Horse Girl fans. No, I keep joking about it because she horribly butchered the name every time she said it, and she kept saying it, and it was driving me crazy. I haven't even played the game. My exposure to the game prior was that False was asking if people could stop talking about it so much because it was driving her crazy. Like when it first came out and everyone was talking about it all the time. False was like, oh my god, please. Calm down. But then, yeah, that one woman whose name I don't know, I can't believe I still don't know it, because she's there every year, and I complain about her every year. The woman who does the pre-show at the Game Awards. She drives me crazy. She annoys the shit out of me every year. Sydney Goodman. God. Jesus Christ, Jeff. Can we not find a new co-host? Get me there. I'll do the pre-show. I will. I'll pronounce the names right. I'll at least Google how to pronounce them if I don't know how. Like, I'm giving them an award. Jesus Christ. I'll at least Google how to pronounce the name when I'm awarding the developers for their achievements. Good God. Have the Muppets do the pre-show. They're honestly, that would be such a better idea. Just have the Muppets do the pre-show. That would be insane. Could you imagine if the Game Awards every year had a whole pre-show done by the Muppets? This sounds like a no-brainer idea. Like, they're already there for so much of the award show. Like, Miss Piggy had like 20 minutes of screen time this year. Just go a little longer. Bump it from like 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Boom. Have Miss Piggy do the fucking pre-show. Could you imagine? Jeff cracked the piggy. Who do you think will be next? Gonzo? Maybe. Bro, if they had the two old men, I don't know their names, but like the grumpy old men, if they had those two do the pre-show, holy shit, that would be funny. Like, actually, that would be so funny. Just have Flute Guy do the pre-show. I thought it was funny when Mila came on at the end and she had the best energy. I wrote that in my notes. Fucking Mila Jovovich came out to present something near the end, and she had the most stage presence out of anyone there for like the entire 4 hours. Seriously. Have her do the pre-show next year. No bullshit. She was great. And like, I'm predisposed to not like Mila Jovovich. I'm a Resident Evil fan. She's great outside of the fact that she got put in those movies. Like, that's not her fault. Okay? It's not. But like, I am predisposed. I should hate her. I should. I'm a Resident Evil fan on the internet. But she was great. Have her do the pre-show. Pay her to do it. Pay her 4 times what you're paying Sydney Goodman. It's worth it. Sorry, Sydney, but not really. Remember Monster Hunter? Mila's... Wait, what happened with Monster... She was in the Monster Hunter movie, wasn't she? I forgot about that. You're right. That is more recent, and I really did not know about it. But no, you're right. She was in the Monster Hunter movie. So weird. She's a great actress, but anytime she does a Capcom movie, she gets stuck in like the worst fucking movie of all time. And it makes her look bad. Even though she's doing great, it's just the material she's been given is awful. Hold on. So we are at 78% done. Good progress. We went from 60 to 78% today. I'll take that. Oh my god, the auto exposure. I am... This is why I said that I don't want to turn on the auto exposure, because it's awful. What is this? Why does this happen? What? Why is it that when my forehead isn't there, the exposure goes down, but when it is there, it goes up? I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Resident Evil, all sorts of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like before you go. It helps out with the algorithm, boosts it up there. You know how that goes. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you enjoyed and you're looking for ways to engage with the community outside of Twitch or YouTube, feel free to check out links in the description below, things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever, or if you're on Twitch, they're on the channel page, they're in chat commands. You'll be able to find whatever you're looking for. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you always back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.